Welcome to We Love Dubai, your home for royal stories, timeless love, and the spirit of a city that never stops dreaming. Today's story is not just about a royal wedding. It's about destiny, about how two souls, from different worlds, found each other in silence, in kindness, and in faith. This is the emotional story of Sheikh Hamdan's third marriage, to a woman named Ayesha. There are stories that happen in palaces. And then, there are stories that begin with a look, a spark, a moment. This is one of those stories. After years of fulfilling royal duties and leading Dubai into the future, Sheikh Hamdan, known lovingly as FAZZA, had always been seen as the people's prince. A poet of the desert, a man who loved deeply but kept his heart private. His first marriages were beautiful, respectful unions, chosen for the legacy of the family. But as time passed, a quiet emptiness lived behind his eyes. He prayed for peace. For love that was his. Not arranged. Not expected. But real. Then came Ayesha. Ayesha was not royalty. She was a London-based humanitarian, born to an Emirati father and British mother. She had almond eyes full of wisdom, and a heart that carried the pain of the world gently. She spent her time in refugee camps, orphan shelters, and wildlife rescue centers. Their first meeting was simple. No glamour, no media. A small conservation conference in Abu Dhabi. Sheikh Hamdan arrived silently, unannounced, drawn by the topic of desert preservation. Ayesha stood on stage in a modest abaya, speaking with raw passion about saving the Arabian leopard. He watched her. And something in him moved. It wasn't love at first sight. It was something deeper. A familiarity. As if his soul recognized hers. Over the next few months, they crossed paths again. At charity events. Nature reserves. A book launch where Ayesha read a poem about loss, and Sheikh Hamdan quietly gifted her a handwritten reply, with his own verses. Their bond was built on words, silence, and mutual purpose. But it wasn't easy. Ayesha struggled. "I'm not a princess," she told him once, eyes filled with tears. "I don't belong in gold halls and royal titles." Sheikh Hamdan smiled softly. "I don't want a princess. I want a partner. Someone who walks with me in the light and in the dark." When he finally proposed, it wasn't in front of crowds. It was at dawn, in the desert. Just the two of them. The sand cool beneath their feet, the sky still painted in stars. He held out a simple ring and whispered, "I found my home in you." The royal family welcomed her with open arms. Ayesha, with her quiet dignity, won the love of everyone. She chose to keep her work, continuing to support children and animals in need. Her wedding gown was designed with patterns of desert dunes, hand-stitched by local Emirati women, a symbol of her respect for tradition and her humble roots. Their wedding day was not just a celebration, it was a promise. Of love chosen freely. Of a prince who waited patiently. And of a girl who never dreamed of a crown, only of changing the world. Now, as they walk side by side through the corridors of the palace, their story becomes more than royal news. It becomes a message. That even in a world of power and expectations, true love always finds its way. Sheikh Hamdan and Ayesha walking through the desert hand in hand, laughing, with falcons flying overhead. Fading into the Dubai skyline lit under the moon. Sometimes, the most powerful love stories aren't written in books. They're lived in silence, in shared purpose, and in eyes that see the soul. Thank you for joining us on We Love Dubai. If this story touched your heart, like, share, and subscribe. Because here, we celebrate not just Dubai, but the love that lives within.